Hi Flosstube, welcome back. Do you remember me? Do I look familiar at all? Yeah, after my long hiatus, I am back. So this is pretty much gonna be like an active WIPs parade. Everything I've touched since we last spoke, which was I think early October, so that's been like 8 months, maybe. So grab a beverage. Mine is like this much coffee with like this much almond milk, yum. And a straw that started out serious, but through many trips through the dishwasher has become quite silly. Okay, I don't have time to waste. I haven't seen you people in a long time. I will give a life update at the end, but if you just want to see my projects, I respect you. Let's get right into it. So since I haven't seen you since October-ish, the first thing I worked on was Dimensions Gold Fall Fairy. Love her. If you are a returning viewer, you know her. I'm not gonna do stitch counts either because it's been so long, but don't you worry, okay? I've been counting my stitches. You see all those tally marks? You see all those tally marks? I've been counting. I've been counting. If you're not watching this chronologically and don't know, every 10 stitches, I'll do a tally mark. So then, you know, if I just multiply the tally marks by 10, I know how many stitches I've done because I mostly work off of paper patterns. And I know there's ways you can scan into like Pattern Keeper or Markup RX, but I am just, I'll do my tally marks, I'm fine. Sorry, I'm not gonna do before and after pictures either because I feel inspired to make a video and I missed you, and let's make it easy for me so I can just upload this. So the top half of Fall Fairy is done. Completely done. Okay, no, not all the back stitch, but all, well, let's not be, you know, wild here and say half-truths. Almost all of the back stitch and detailing for this first page is done. So like all the leaves look amazing. Her face, I don't know, every time I look at it, I'm like, maybe I should just look at her from afar. Remember in Clueless when they're like, oh, that girl's a total Monet. From far away, she's beautiful, but from up close, she's a total mess. Well, okay, you know, there's only so much detail you can get. Okay, sorry to this woman, sorry for nagging you. But anyway, yeah, I love this. This might be my favorite cross-stitch WIP I have. Like, I'm happy even just doing that, like, dark rusty brown in her dress. Like, I pull that color out and I'm happy. What more can you ask for in your projects? And yeah, the top half is completely done. This is part of the bottom. Yeah. So I was busy this fall. Oh my gosh, I don't want to put her down. Okay. I missed you guys. I missed throwing my projects around. Thank you so much for coming back, assuming anybody watches this. Okay, next up, Finery of Nature, another Dimensions Gold. A pattern is emerging. I love Dimensions Gold. I got this because I saw Luda working on it. And if you ever see it for more than like $35, don't buy it because it has been reprinted. This is not even rare anymore, okay? Like, pay a normal price for this. I used to try to work on this on the first of every month because there was a Finery on the first stitch along, but my stitchy bug just kind of waxed and waned a bunch in the past 8 months. So I worked on it sometimes around the first. Sometimes, but yeah. It's really, I really like the colors on this too. And you can see I put in some French knots. They look pretty good. Yeah. I think the back stitch on this is really gonna take it to the next level. This is like the most like traditional sampler sort of project I've ever seen Dimensions Gold put out. I've got one Quaker project coming up, which is just so unlike me. But other than that, oh, what am I doing folding this up and putting it away? Oh, and here's the Quaker project. Okay, this is Quaker Pumpkins by Hello from Liz Matthews. Super cute. Super cute. So the called for threads, I believe, are Weeks Dye Works. I started this long ago, so it was before Weeks Dye Works was controversial. Sorry, I already had the threads, but I switched out the fabric for 18 count, some sort of opalescent Zweigart. It's hard to see, but it is, you may catch a sparkle if I move it. I don't know, sparkle doesn't translate well to video. But anyway, so I did swap out the black in the border for, it's just a variegated DMC, actually. I don't know what number because I'm super organized and this is how I have the floss. If you just heard a dog shaking, that was in fact my dog shaking. But yeah, anyway, I worked on this when my husband and I took a little trip to Starved Rock. Is it a state park? There's no way it's a national park. In beautiful Illinois, about an hour away from where I live. We went there. We got married October 2020. So, you know, super tiny wedding in my parents' backyard, like 14 guests. And we, you know, we couldn't go on a honeymoon, but we wanted to mark the occasion. So we went to Starved Rock, where we went there the first week of November. So nobody was gonna be there because it was cold in Illinois. Plus, even if there were people there, we were outdoors and we could, you know, safely be distant from people. And anyway, so now we've decided, we hadn't been back. We went back this fall for our 3rd wedding anniversary. And I just had such a lovely time working on this there. And it was really nice being at Starved Rock this fall. We got to see the, gosh, I'm giving you a life update. Whatever, I guess I'll sprinkle it in a little bit here. But, you know, as you know, like, what am I doing folding this up? What am I doing? As you know, stitching holds memories, and I look at that and it just makes me happy thinking about Starved Rock. And anyway, we got there, like, we went on a guided hike and the girls were saying, oh, this looks so different than last weekend because the leaves changed colors. And I'm gonna be mad at myself when I'm editing this, but I don't know, maybe I'll put in like a picture or two, maybe just one of us. Oh my gosh, and my dog is licking himself over there and just like going to town, grunting away. So sorry if you heard him, he's so inconsiderate. But okay, anyway, I can't do that about all of these pieces. I cannot tell you what was going on in my life each time, especially after I specifically said, life update at the end because I respect you. I'm sorry, I still respect you. Okay, next up was a start and a finish. I had talked to Nikki, I believe on YouTube. I don't think on Instagram. Yeah, it was on YouTube. I'm sorry. I didn't write down your username, but I remember you, Nikki. We were gonna do bird dog together. I assume we kind of did it together. I started it around the weekend that I told you we would start it. I started it a little bit after. I think we were gonna start it like October 24th or something. I started it November 6th. You know, very close. Sorry. Anyway, like I said, my stitchy bug came and went, and, you know, life. So I stitched on it almost monogamously from November 6th to March 3rd. This is the only one that I counted everything up because it was, you know, it was relatively easy to. Oh, Rufus back there. Well, my dog who's just going to town, licking himself, eating, doing everything in the background, he looks a lot like this. He's not a lab. I know that's what this dog is supposed to be, but he's he's probably a pit bull. He kind of looks like a Staffordshire Terrier if you want to split hairs here. But anyway, he really does look like this. Okay, fine. I'll insert a picture of him too. He is just so cute. He's so sweet. He's such a sweetie. But anyway, so I stitched on that. It was 8,110 stitches over 27 stitchy days total. So it really, I mean, and like, yeah, some of those days I stitched like 900 stitches. One of those days I stitched like 30 stitches. Just is what it is. But this is how I feel like Rufus sees himself in his mind's eye. And I have always said Rufus looks really good in red, so this is perfect. I don't know if I'm gonna frame it or what. I haven't even ironed it. Very naughty. But, yeah. Oh yeah, just a reminder, I stitch in hand, so all my projects are rolled up like this in the bottom because I just roll them up and stitch on them in hand. Oh yeah, I loved doing all the details on these birds. It was so fun. Yeah, I really enjoyed the back stitching on this. Yeah, okay. So next up, yeah, that's really it on bird dog. Next up, it was winter. Okay, I guess I didn't stitch monogamously on bird dog. I literally just, you know, lie caught in camera. But I was mostly monogamous. Okay, but then it was winter, so I stitched on Woodland Enchantress, who in my heart, I believe she is the winter fairy, you know, to go in my series. Even though it has been brought to my attention that it appears that she is walking through winter throwing down spring. So she's really about the change from winter to spring. But that's fine. I look at this picture and I see winter. The other funny thing about this is that, wait, yeah, okay, there's a misprint. So it's misprinted in English, but it's spelled right in French. That's great. I guess I assume that's gotta be Spanish too. But anyway, so she's actually Woodland Enchantress. Anyway, okay. I didn't put so much work in her. Yeah, my like 4-year goal to get, excuse me, all these ladies done, out the window. That was a great idea, but you know, I just wasn't accounting for life and my stitchy bug coming and going. But the top half is almost done. maybe I'll try to get the top half done this year. I'm hesitant to set any stitchy goals because I have found that they're just like not that motivating for me. They're fun to make, but doing? No, 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 no. I'm an Aries. I like to start projects. I don't finishing them? What? No, 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 no. That's why you haven't seen me in 8 months and I've got one finish. It is what it is. But anyway, so I started some French knots and I put some beads. I did these beads so long ago, like 2+ years ago, and I did them straight up and down instead of on an angle, and I'm kind of kicking myself for that one, but I'm absolutely not pulling them out. Will absolutely not be redoing them. I don't know if there are any more beads in this. There's bound to be. Maybe I'll do those on a diagonal. We'll just see what happens. That's probably gonna happen 10 years from now when I get to the bottom. But yeah, let's see. Did I attempt any cording yet? No. I've thought about it. It's nice to pull out all my projects and see them and touch them. And now I'm like, oh, I should really work on this, even though it's about to be summer. But yeah, well, in the northern hemisphere at least. Okay, that's so pretty. I just want to see, okay, sorry, Fall Fairy, I hope you're not listening, but I think Woodland Enchantress, they charted her face in a way that is more pretty. I'm trying to be politically correct here. Fall Fairy's kind of an uggo. One of my favorite projects, but that face just does not spark joy. Okay. Next up. So this is going to be a Long Dog Samplers. It is called House of Fun. I'll put in a picture. I'm gonna be so mad at myself when I'm editing, but that's okay. That's okay. At least I'm not doing before and afters. I would be really kicking myself if I promised you that. But anyway, if you are a returning viewer, sorry to the non-returning viewers. Perhaps you may want to go back. It's okay if you don't want to, that's fine. But I finished Templar Prophecy from Long Dog, and I absolutely loved it. So this was just scratching that itch for me. And I'm doing it in DMC 820, which is my favorite DMC color. It's like a deep royal blue, I guess, but it's just so much more than that. It's so beautiful. So I believe I finished the first page. I think it stops like, first page stops like there-ish. And then I went a little bit onto this page and a little bit onto this page. Yeah, this is, you know, okay, this one I do use Pattern Keeper for. And yeah, that's nice. That's really nice when you're like trying to watch TV or something. Yep, yep. I don't mind paper patterns though, I really don't. You know, like stitching is so tactile anyway. It doesn't bother me to be using a paper pattern. And I know I may be alone in saying that. Most people are all about Pattern Keeper, and that's fine. It's a great tool. Oh yeah. I told my husband about how a lot of people accidentally say long dong samplers. So like whenever I bring that out, he's like, oh, working on the long dong. Like he loves it. And you know what? Any stitching related humor that he can engage in, I gotta encourage that. I gotta encourage that, right guys? I must encourage it. I mean, he's lovely. He's very involved in my stitching. Oh my gosh, I was stitching something that I'll show you guys in a bit, and he asked me, oh, are you gonna, you know, do that with backstitch? And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm amazed that you just asked me that. Actually, no, I will have to cross stitch it, but then I'll back stitch over it so that it has the detail that that requires. But he seriously like took my breath away when he asked me that unprompted. Like that would be like if I asked him if he was gonna use like a 9-iron on this hole because of the distance or something. Like, and I just pulled that out of nowhere. I don't actually, I barely know what that means. Okay. One other thing I've been meaning to tell you about Dan that made me like, oh my gosh, you're really paying attention about my stitching was, if you've ever heard of the sewing method, that's what a lot of people kind of assume if you're stitching in hand, that you're doing the sewing method. If you don't know it, I'm sorry, I'm not the one to be able to explain it to you, excuse me, but it's, it is faster, but anyway, I mean, you may have to sacrifice, you know, tension, but anyway, okay, that's not what this is about, but basically you kind of just like stick your needle vertically through 2 holes and pull through rather than going in and out the back like you have to do with a hoop, but you have the freedom to, whatever. Okay, if you know what the sewing method is, you either do or you don't. He saw me doing the sewing method a long time ago, I think on Templar Prophecy, which I finished in like 2021. And he literally went, hey, that's cheating. Oh my gosh. And I was like, no, I'm being efficient. But it just made me laugh. Like, I'm like, what are you, in the Flosstube community? Jeez. He's picking a side. Because some people really don't like the sewing method. I'm neutral on it. I use it sometimes. Okay. I'm not trying to stir up controversy here. I cannot come back after 8 months and start a sewing method versus stabbing in and out sort of debate. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm just so happy to be talking to you again. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, but I'm not done. I'm not done. Okay, we did. Okay, next. Okay, so then it was spring. Okay. Okay, I've been gone a long time, y'all. It's almost, spring's almost over. Okay. Oh my gosh, let go. Okay, I'm very sorry if you don't like the sound of me shuffling through my bags. Okay, so Spring Fairy. Very beautiful. My birthday is in spring, so I do like Spring Fairy a lot because of that. Oh yeah, do I look different? I'm 30 now. I'm 30 and flirty and thriving. Yeah, 30 was a great birthday. Yeah, I feel good about turning 30. I didn't feel any negative emotions. The most negative emotion I felt was just like, my husband's only 27, so that just like hits my ear wrong now that I'm 30, but I'm happy to be 30. Okay, methinks the lady doth protesteth too much. No, I really am happy to be 30. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have transitioned this piece over into doing like diagonal parking, but I'm obviously not very strict with it. But it really does help just give me direction, especially like when the stitchy bug, when it's like, oh, I want to stitch, but like, oh my gosh, there's just so much to this piece. Like, where should I go? Should I pick one color? And no, just pick up a color that you already have started, thread your needle and go. So I'm sorry, it is a little hard to show off things that have been like parked like this, but it's easier to stitch, so sorry. Yeah, and I am just still like in awe of how much this ribbon like truly looks like a ribbon. It's like transparent and everything. It's incredible, if I do say so myself. Okay, and then this, is it a birch tree, a beech tree, I mean, what the heck, anyway, whatever. this total uggo. I'm so glad I'm done stitching her, because up close, when you're stitching it, it's like, ugh. But then when you pull it away, it's like, holy, that really looks like a tree. That is amazing. So glad to be done with that. Honestly, I'm looking at these leaves far back too, and I'm like, God, that is amazing. That's like photorealism almost. I mean, in a whimsical sort of, this is a fairy way, but like, gosh, I just cannot believe how much detail Dimensions Gold kits, oh yeah, that was another Dimensions Gold kit, can give. It's just wild. It's amazing. Okay. Incredible. Makes me want to get back to her, but guess what? Spring is almost over, girl. I'll see you next year. Okay. So then, it was not already winter again, but I was like, gosh, I should, oh my gosh, do I not have my project in here? Oh, I do. It's just folded up flat. I pulled out Winter Fairy because I could finish her. I just need to focus. And this was like, I don't know, maybe like the third thing I ever started. So this is Winter Queen by Shannon Christine Designs. Also known as Shannon Wassiliff, I believe. Yeah, super cute. And it feels weird not telling y'all like how many stitches I did. Maybe I'll just have to come back sooner than 8 months from now and actually tell you my stitches. But yeah, so I wanted to work on the tree, and I finished her skin. Okay, oh my gosh, I haven't said any of the thread counts, whether I'm doing them 2 over 2. Okay, well, most of them were Dimensions Gold, so I'm doing anywhere from 1 to 6 strands of floss. Most of those are probably 16 count kit Ada. You know, all the Dimensions fairies were. It's fine. It's fine. If you have a question, ask it. I will answer it. I don't think anybody's tripping about what stitch count this stuff is. It's cool. That was me talking to me. I'm just so out of practice. I should do this more than once every 8 months. Okay, so this is 28 count even weave, and I did her skin 1 over 1 because I started this right after I started watching Flosstube, and I saw people doing mirabilias with 1 over 1 skin, and I was like, yes. Yes. How can I make this hobby even more fiddly? How about some 1 over 1 on 28 count? So yeah, it's amazing, but it was a steep learning curve. And there's dog hairs stitched into this, certainly. There are also some really ugly, really old from like 2019 water-soluble pin marks that I kind of recently was like, I don't know that I'm gonna be able to like really wash and iron this really well because of the beading. But that's okay, I'll probably never finish this anyway. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be the least of my worries, is getting the water-soluble pin out of it. I can just spot treat it in the areas that look really bad if I have a problem with that. Yeah, okay. I mean, she's coming along. Oh yeah, these are French knots that I was out of practice, so they're kind of like wildly different sizes, but looking on camera, it's fine. It's cool. Yeah, it looks good. Okay. We're not gonna say anything negative about the stitches on like the 3rd thing I ever started. Come on. Come on, she was just learning. Okay. So, plans. It is almost summer. Summer's just around the corner. So, it's almost time for Summer Fairy! Gifted to me by my friend Joss Home, the Budget Stitcher. You should watch her if you have not stumbled upon her yet. She also makes videos on Rumble. She's been very busy. She has a little tiny baby at home and like another son too. She's been busy, so, but I believe she'll be back and she will update us one of these days. But anyway, she sent this to me last year because it came out last year and it's so beautiful and I love the fairies, and she is really far along on Spring Fairy as well, and oh my gosh, it looks amazing. Hers looks so good. She has like at least the top half of it done, I believe. So good. Oh my gosh, so pretty. So pretty. So I'll just show you what I have on this one so far. I haven't worked on it since last summer, of course. Obviously I work on these guys seasonally, but this is a very beautiful example of diagonal parking. Wow. Again, not like incredibly strict with it, but like pretty good. Pretty good. Stunning. Yes, I've already put in a few French knots. I am free to do so because I stitch in hand. So a hoop is not gonna like crush my stuff. They could always come loose because you know, these are years-long projects, but I'm just not even gonna worry about that. I cannot be worrying about like my back stitching and French knots coming loose. I got too many other things to worry about, right? Oh my God, this is so beautiful. Oh my God, it makes me want to pull it out and work on it now. I think this will be the next thing that I work on. Okay. Oh, I almost don't want to throw her. She's so beautiful. Okay, you know, we're not all sentimental about our projects here, even though I'm the one who is like, oh, this reminds me of my honeymoon. That doesn't mean it's like too special for me to throw it around or crumple it up or stitch it in hand. Okay, yeah, so that's it for stitching for the most part. I'm gonna go into life update. Okay, so all the fake fans are gone. Just kidding, just kidding. Actually, wait, one more thing. I wanted to, you know, since I am the show and tell stitcher, I didn't even say that at the beginning. Oopsies. Did I even say that I'm Allie? No, I'm Allie. You probably forgot because I haven't been here for so long. Okay, anyway, so it's cicada season, definitely in Illinois where I live, and my friend's mom made cicada wing earrings. These are real cicada wings that she coated in resin. They are so amazing. Oh my gosh. I can't get over them. I'm meeting my best friend for dinner. I'm definitely wearing these. I know like everybody hates bugs, but God, these are beautiful. Oh my gosh, they're so stunning. Gotta wear them. If you are being affected by cicadas right now, like how can I not wear these out? You can probably hear cicadas in the background of this video. They are just yelling all day long. They don't bother me though. I don't know. I like bugs, just not spiders. Oops. Oops. My husband is the one who's like, if they come near us. And I'm like, ooh, I want to wear their wings. Okay, I'm probably spending way too long on that. Okay, life update. Okay, last we spoke, I was really sad. That's why I have not been on Flosstube. You know, you've heard me alluding to my Flosstube, my stitchy bug, like waxing and waning. Yeah, last we spoke, like, sorry, this is about to get really real in the life update. If you don't want to hear it, like, trigger warning, pregnancy loss. So last we spoke, I was going through a miscarriage. I was really, really sad. Yeah, okay, it was not a miscarriage. I was having an ectopic pregnancy, and if I was not a nurse, I probably would not be alive right now because my doctors failed me. But that is cleared up. I am much healthier now. Well, I got one more little work in progress to show you. It is a stocking. Who could that be for? Huh. Super cute. Oh yeah, it's obviously a Dimensions kit. It's called Snowman Family Stocking. Not Dimensions Gold. Oh, that's not the point. That's not important. Huh, I already have a stocking for me that I need to stitch into a stocking. Huh, I already made my husband a stocking that I still need to stitch into a stocking. Oh my gosh. Could it be for this little guy? Oh, yes. That is another reason I've been gone. I am 7 months pregnant right now. Woohoo! Yay! Yay, that's really the life update. Feeling a lot better. I'm a lot happier. Yay. I don't know. What else do you say about pregnancy after loss? It's happy, it's sad. I'm finally making him a stocking. It is a little boy, or at least he has XY chromosomes and male genitalia. Okay, that's weird. I shouldn't have said that, but whatever, you know. Okay, I'll be convinced he's a boy when I meet him, but anyway. This is for him. It's gonna be so cute. I'm gonna wait and stitch his name when he's here. We have a name. My husband wants us to keep it a secret until he's here. Definitely from friends and family, because I'm just not trying to hear it if they say anything negative about the beautiful name we've picked for this little boy. And I was thinking maybe y'all would want to guess his name. I've got a good hint for you. So my maiden name was Brown, like the color, and I'm not naming him Brown, but it is a color inspired name. So you guys should guess in the comments when I'm naming him. And I'll give you another hint. It is in the spirit of, it's not a color, it's not green, blue. It's not that direct. But I'm gonna give you two examples. Obviously it's not either of these examples, but this will help you catch the spirit of what we're naming him. I'll tell you if you get it right. I'll tell you if you get it right. Because my friends and family don't watch these, and they certainly are not watching to the life update for like 40 minutes. Okay, and neither is my husband, get real. So, okay, it's in the spirit, it's like a descriptor that is iconically tied to a color. For example, like robin's egg blue or forest green. It's like robin or forest. I believe in you. I feel like you can get it. And he is a boy, so it's not something girly. I don't know. Should I give that? I think if I give one more hint, it's just gonna throw too much of a wrench in it. It sounds awesome with our last name, which is Knight with a K. I'm just giving away information big time. Our last name is Knight. I live in Illinois. You know, I flashed my ultrasound pic. If you steal my identity, oh my God, I swear to God, it's over and we're not friends anymore. But I don't think the people stealing identities are gonna watch my video and zoom in and enhance like my ultrasound picture. Like, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, is that really it? I think that's it. Try to guess my son's name. And I intend to be back, but gosh, you just never know. Yeah. I'm probably gonna stitch on his stocking monogamously until it's done. But gosh, ooh, do I want to work on Summer Fairy, so maybe I just need to hurry up. Maybe next time I'll show you some like kits in my stash or something, maybe some Mill Hills. it's been since like my second video that I've done like a stash dive. So thank you so much for coming back. I missed you. You can follow me on Instagram if you want. I've been very naughty and not been posting on there either, but I will absolutely like your stitching posts on Instagram. And you can always message me on there too. You can even like send me pictures of what you're stitching. That'd be fun. Yeah, and now I'm just like, oh, I don't want to leave. That was so much fun. Okay, I intend to be back. I missed you. Thank you so much. Bye. Mwah.